morning, good morning, good morning. You guys, if you haven't already, I've started a blog. If you haven't, check that out already. Definitely go to my Facebook. It's the easiest way to get to it instead of me trying to tell you the title, right? But it's called Running on Fumes. And it's pretty much a blog about me running on fumes and all the many endeavors that I'm in. Now, with that being said, I do have to say this. I hear you. I acknowledge you and I understand that you want more of me. So in your head, you're like, how are you starting something else? Well, the thing is, I'm starting this journey, right? And ever since I was younger, I did want to run. Like in my head, I always had this dream or fantasy or whatever you want to call it. Me just getting up one morning, putting on my running shorts, which I own a very established collection of, putting on my running shoes, which I need to get another pair of, and just running to free my mind, free any ailments in my body, and just let it all out. Now, another thing that a lot of people may or may not know about me, I grew up in the country. So there's plenty of opportunity to just run someplace and just go scream without people, coming out their door and going, what in the world is wrong with you? But that seemed to be a little bit impossible as time has went on. And my MS, started to take a toll on my body and things did not seem as possible as they once were. And that got me down on myself. That became harder for me. But what I did decide to do was to make sure that I didn't give up. Easier said than done because there was plenty of times I completely gave up. But what I've come to realize is that if I continue to give up, nothing will ever get better and everything will remain the same. So I went and I made a commitment to myself and I blog about it ever so often, whenever I feel the need to update the journey that I'm taking. That I'm literally taking the steps that I need to in order to get back to running. To get whatever energy or surge of power that comes over me to run. To get it out. To use that time as self-reflection and a time to get back to me. And that's what we need you to do. Not just me, but your inner self. It needs you to come back home. It needs you to say, hey, I'm here. I'm listening. Acknowledge the things that your body are craving. Okay. Sometimes literally, and it's the weirdest thing ever, middle of the night, I'll just wake up because I'm craving fruit. I'm craving water. And my body is just saying, drink some. Go get water. Go get fruit. My body needs it. It's absent of a nutrition that is there. And when I'm craving a burger, I don't necessarily go out and get a burger. I can't lie about that. But I try my best to go out and get what I need to help fuel my body and to help put the nutrients back into it. Now, running, to me, growing up, it was pointless, right? Seeing people run and, cause different ailments on their knees and back and legs, feet, all that stuff. But when I got in a car accident with my mom, and I went to physical therapy, the therapist there showed me the way to run. And, the weird part was the time of day I went was like old folks time, which sounds bad, but it's literally the truth. And literally they were like cheering me on. These people that I legit never met a day in my life would not notice if I passed them on the street today were cheering me on as though I was in a race against like the fastest person in the world. And the therapy, to me, the therapist was a little mean, okay? But he wasn't. But the reason I say that is because he would have me start on a treadmill. And most treadmills, you start off with a nice little soft walk, and then that's your warm up, and then you get into the full brisk walk. No. He turned that thing all the way up, and I had to stick the program at. He was like, no matter how fast it gets, no matter how high the incline, I need you to keep going. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I was in a car accident. My back isn't right yet. Why? And his thing was, no matter how fast it gets, no matter how high it gets, I need you to keep going. And I'm like, you know what? Fine, okay, fine. The only time I ever ran was when I was playing a sport. Other than that, outside of a sport, you wasn't going to find me running. What was the purpose of running? Somebody chasing me? Right? So, did what he said. And get off. He's like, gotta use the restroom. Need to get some water or anything. Sometimes it was a yes. Sometimes it was a no. And he was like, all right, I'm going to have you do some of your arm extensions because it was a spinal injury, I guess you could say. And so, I'm up there doing my thing. And these older folks are still cheering me on, right? They're like, yes, girl, you got this. Keep going. And they're just boosting me with energy. Then he looks at me. He's like, all right, let's go to the track. Now, they had an outside track. It walked inside of it was like a little path inside of the woods there. It wasn't anything that was scary. But that was his thing. He was like, nope, let's go to the track. And then he was like, I want you to walk a lap. I want you to run a lap. I want you to walk a lap. I want you to run a lap. And it was constant. And every single time we build on how much I was running versus how much I was walking. But his thing was, no matter how hard it gets, keep going. Your body sometimes need a push that no matter how hard it gets, you have to keep going. This can also talk for your mental health as well, okay? No matter how tough a situation gets, keep going. The moment people go down is when they choose to give up. No matter, it's a tough economical time right now, being honest. No matter how hard it gets, keep going. Don't give up, don't give in, and don't just lay down and just say it's the end, all right? You got this to the fullest. Nobody else has it for you. You got it. So, my question today, are you giving up or are you pushing through no matter how hard, no matter how high the incline? I need you to keep going. My name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning, and I will talk with you all on Monday morning.